Angel's Friends. Does anyone remember it? No. Will I talk about it? Yes. Hey everyone, I am back with another review video of something I watched when I was a kid, but haven't touched since. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Angel's Friends, in terms of subplot and a somewhat love story, is somewhat similar to Miraculous Ladybug. So if you're a fan of Miraculous Ladybug, or if you were one, you're going to love this. And actually, it's what would have happened in the second to third season if the Miraculous crew did not drag it out. This is what you would have gotten if it didn't get dragged out. But we're not here to talk about Miraculous Ladybug. We're here to talk about Angel's Friends. Let's get started. So Angel's Friends consists of 2 seasons, 52 episodes for each season. That's 104 episodes in total, but the runtime for each episode is 13 minutes, so it's technically like half of it. And there's one movie in between the season that's gonna explain a lot, but I'm only going to be talking about season 1 in this video. So if you want a part 2, let me know. So the story starts off with an angel Raph who's starting her first day of school to become an actual angel and get a radiant halo, whatever that means. Probably it means that you're a full-fledged angel. You know that feeling when you're trying to decide between 2 alternatives, one that's the right thing to do and the other technically what you want to do or like feel like doing. Yeah, that's not what's going on here.
That was a f***ing lie.
Instead, the angel and devils both transform into human cells, and then they try to persuade you. That's what's gonna go happen. So Raph gets assigned to guard a human named Andrew, and then she also meets her devil adversary Sophus. But we'll get into Raph and Sophus arc a little bit later. 1 angel and 1 devil is assigned to a human. In this case, Raph and Sophus. Okay, can we just talk about Sophus for a minute? Why does he look so cute? And why does he look so good in black leather? I'm looking at you too, Cat Noir. Every time I just can't. Every time I watch these 2 characters, they make me swoon. So the catch is, even though they have to do it in human form, before they get to try to convince their humans, both the angels and devils have to first do a challenge to get the first move on the human. Won't they already have decided what to do and already done it? Huh? I mean, look at it. She's trying to decide if she wants to go to the concert on her own or not. And the entire time she could have easily just gotten the ticket and already not got a chaperone with her, or she could have get a friend first and then get the ticket. The entire time they were doing a challenge. The thing is, it's because of this set of rules called the veto. This means that the angels and devils cannot obstruct, touch, expose one another, and which makes sense because if they expose or bite one another the entire time, then the humans would get hit. At least that's the logic in the show. So they have to turn into human form every time they want their human to make a decision on right or wrong thing when they're facing a dilemma. And okay, so every time Sophus transforms, oh my god, I just know.
Damn!
Every time Sophus does, he looks so hot. I was in love with this character. I don't know. He reminds me a lot of Adrian and Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug, but way better. Way better. Don't you Miraculous fans come after me. I know you Miraculous fans are gonna come after me for saying this. Okay, now let's talk about the friend group before talking about the main characters as in Raph and Sophus and Reina. We'll talk about these 3 a bit later because they have a lot to talk about. In the Angels group, there's Mickey or Nikki. They always seem to confuse it in the dubs, which I still don't understand why. So it turns out it's actually Mickey. And then we have Uri and Sweet, the other 3. And then in the devil's side, we've got Cowboy, Gas, and one other, Tiberia. Okay, so in the first few episodes, they seem to always forget Mickey and Gas exist. Okay, so before I talk about Raph and Sophus, I am going to talk about Reina, our main villain and our OP, the biggest fangirl of this show. Like, she just wants her OP to get together. Like, she is the biggest fangirl among all of us. You have to admit, she's just a fangirl who just wants her OP together. That's it. Okay, she has ulterior motives also, but you know, that's what it comes off as. So the first half of the season, we barely know anything about her. She's a prisoner in limbo. She's a prisoner in limbo, and she's actually not the one who started everything. Raph and Selphis did that on their own. Okay, I'm getting off track again. So she wants to be freed, and we find out in later episodes that she was actually an angel, and she was in love with her human charge. Which, okay, I get that what she did was wrong. She took away the free will, which is free will, which is basically what that matters the most for humans, right? In this show, at least. And well, she was in prison, and the only way she caused a sacrilege, and she needs another sacrilege to set her free. Yet she seems more like a shipping queen than a big bad evil villain. She wants Raph and Selphis to commit another sacrilege as in kiss, so she could, because a sacrilege is the only way for her to be free. But throughout the first season, all we see is her trying to get Raph and Selphis together so our OP can sail, so our ship can sail. And despite how villainous she is, and how many of the traps she's laid for Raph and Selphis, and how many other horrible things she's done, you gotta admit, we as fans have been rooting for her in the first half of it. We were legit rooting for her, like, yes. The professors, on the other hand, they're always trying to stop them. They're trying to separate, and they're like,
Oh God, please, no! No! No!
despite all that, find out in later episodes that she has a backstory. She was originally an angel, and she was in love with her terrestrial, which is also similar to what Sweet did in the season 2. I'm not gonna go into that right now, but just a little heads up. She was in love with her terrestrial, her charge, and she wanted him to fall in love with her. But obviously, she was her charge. He never actually met her in person like that often. Obviously, so she took away his free will, and she got sent to limbo. Raina's whole purpose of getting Raph and Selphis together was to free her. She needed another sacrilege, and the only way to do that was breaking the final veto between the angels and devils. Which means she needed Raph and Selphis to fall in love, because angels and devils cannot fall in love. It's forbidden. But who doesn't love a forbidden love story, especially between two characters such as these two? They're so adorable, so cute, and for a devil, Selphis is so caring towards Raph. He's so sweet and so cute. He's even better than Adrian, MLB. Don't do miraculous come after me than Adrian. He's got more character to him than anything MLB could produce. Okay, so just one thing I noticed when rewatching this show, the spider was actually created from materialistic things that both Raph and Selphis possess. In Selphis' case, his glove, and from Raph's case, her tears. So really, it was them all along. It would have just taken them a little longer to realize their feelings for each other if Raina hadn't intervened, or their feelings would have faded. Who knows? But because of the spider, because of Raina, we got our ultimate ship to sail. Okay, and then we have the professors. Professor Temtel, the professor for the devils, and then Professor Arkin, the professor for the angels. They tried so hard to separate both Raph and Selphis, and despite all their efforts, they cannot. They are unable to separate them because their love is too strong. Oh my god, they are so cute together. This is a forbidden love story that is amazing and so cute. I honestly feel like this story would be a much better story than Miraculous Ladybug's ridiculous love story. I'm pretty sure more than half of the Miraculous fans are just so sick of the love square. And if you really want to see a romantic forbidden love story, you should watch Angel's Friends. I'm telling you right now, it'd be a much better story than Miraculous. Anyway, forget about Miraculous. We hate the professors, at least up till the episode 30 of season 1. After that particular incident, they decided to separate Raph and Sophus and assign them to different terrestrials, and they assign different rivals for them. Raph is assigned to Gas, aka Mickey's rival, and Sophus is assigned to obviously Mickey. But throughout all of this, despite separating them, they're okay with that for like a day or two. Then the next day, they go meet each other again. That's where they get both Raph and Sophus get trapped in the labyrinth. And oh my god, the labyrinth scenes with Raph and Sophus, how adorable, how caring Sophus is towards Raph. It's so sweet. And how protective Raph is of Sophus. They're both so perfect for each other. I just can't. So perfect for each other. I just can't. Okay, so everyone seems to complain about the dubbing and the animation, but when I compare this animation to the more recent and more 3D and most cartoons nowadays, I honestly prefer this type of animation to the more recent kind. The animation may be more advanced now, but the animation back then looked unique and super effective in the storytelling. But nowadays it feels like they're putting all their effort in animation but not putting as much effort in the storyline. So I feel like the older cartoons are way better. Okay, so we find out that Raph is actually half human. Is actually originally a terrestrial. She became an angel because her Reina's servant Malachi was actually her father, which actually wasn't that big of a twist, because if he I actually figured that Malachi was definitely her servant, the guy she was in love with. So it was pretty obvious. But the fact that he's also Raph's father was also, I feel like it was just put in there randomly, because if it really was, okay, just look at these two. They're so adorable. I mean, just look at these two. Oh, I just love these two. Look at how he's holding her hand. Ugh. For a devil, he is so sweet and caring. Oh my god. Oh, I just wish they continued the series. I'm pretty sure the only reason they didn't continue was because, for one thing, their dubbing was kind of off, so not a lot of people watched it. And secondly, because it's an Italian show, so I guess not a lot of people watch it because of that too. And the fact that it didn't get really promoted as other shows did. So yeah, despite having a really good, if any show needed rebooting with a slightly better animation, it would be this show. But I preferred for it to continue from where it left off, because we want to know what's gonna happen, how it ends from season 2 onwards, and the end of season 2 onwards. The way they defeated Reina, I guess it makes sense, but I don't understand how she became this octopus lady. I don't understand how the heck did she become this octopus lady, and then she got sent back to Limbo. And I mean, it was okay. I didn't like the way they defeated her. Particularly, I like the way how they all combined their powers, but how they defeated her wasn't that big of a impact. Raph became an angelic star, which is awesome. She discovered her prism, and but other than that, my favorite, I other than that, I guess it was okay. I liked how all of them had their prism fire, and it's like the Wings Club when they transform into Enchantrix, so like the more major transformations. It's like Enchantix, but better. Mostly because it also includes the male characters as well. In Winx Club, they don't have any power. The males, except for one, only have they only have skills, and it's nice to see that not only do these guys have powers and abilities, but also they're also like physically skilled as well. So that's nice. And okay, one of the things I did not like about this show was how, for one thing, it's how revealing the clothes were. I mean, I get the 2000s and 2010s trending things that were going on, but I feel like it's really inappropriate because, well, they're showing how that's how angels would dress, correct? And the devils, on the other hand, are the ones that are not that are actually dressing modestly, unlike the angels. And it's a bit too like nowadays. I don't think people would accept that. It's a bit inappropriate for little kids, and it's generally inappropriate. So when they actually dress in their terrestrial self, they actually dress modestly rather. Okay, and while they're in their angelic forms, they're actually a little bit inappropriate. So I don't really like that. But but overall, I really like the whole series. I really love the whole series. I wish I have rewatched this after so long, and I wish they had more seasons and more storylines, but unfortunately not. And I guess that's all I have to say about this show, this season. So if you want me to review the season 2 and the movie, just let me know. And please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I worked really hard for this video, so it would mean a lot to me for you to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.